going out.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
Do you have that IFB in?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's his tone.
Yeah, I got tone.
Okay.
Check, 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 check.
The transmitter.
Check, 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 check. Definitely got tone.
Transmitter's working. Speed.
All right, we're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. You want me to wait here and see?
No, because if they can't, I'm just gonna end the stream, and we'll just have to figure it out after the fact. So
Okay, well, let me know.
I don't really have time to start it much later than now. Okay, yep. All right, good evening. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Fred Campagna. Please let me know if you can hear me or not. And I'm fearing that you can't. All right, I want to show you the radar here, let you know what's going on. We do have some rain that's coming into North Georgia. And, oh, Tanika can hear me. Okay, cool. That's good. I'm glad you can hear me because I thought we were having some audio issues. I can't hear myself, which I normally can. But if you can hear me, that's all that counts and all that matters. All right, so we've got rain right now moving into North Georgia. This system is kind of falling apart here as it moves in from the west. Just a couple of lightning strikes, as you can see, getting a little bit closer. All right, now we can hear myself. Oh, turn that down. So a couple lightning strikes just the west right now, Floyd County. There are no severe storms with this system. It's moving a little bit faster than expected, so already into West Georgia. I think this will be coming through the Atlanta metro area before 11 o'clock this evening at its current speed, unless something else develops. We'll see. The short-range computer models are having a difficult time with this, both in terms of its intensity and its timing. So this is maybe an hour or two ahead of schedule in many areas, and there's rain showing up right now throughout Douglas County and throughout the Paulding County area, and then it's moving through Bartow County, and that's about to get into Cherokee and up into Pickens, and also into Cobb County too, and it's just some light, steady rain right now for the most part. A few heavier downpours certainly as you get up near Rome and up through Gordon County and Chattooga County. You're picking up some heavier rain, and this thunderstorm is tracking off to the northeast. So this is moving pretty quickly here into our area. It's very mild out there right now. Let's go big picture here just so that you can see. Now there are a few more showers that are showing up a little bit farther off to the west, and it's possible that could become a little bit more developed here, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I think what we have here is just a line of some rain coming through. You might hear the rumble of thunder. We're not really seeing anything in the way of very strong wind gusts. This doesn't have any history of producing wind damage as it moved through Alabama. And the temperature right now is really mild out there. I just stepped outside, and it's funny because it's the first time that I've stepped outside during the evening in the last, I don't know, week or 10 days or so, and it wasn't cool outside. It was actually quite mild out there in the upper 60s to mid 70s right now. It's 73 degrees in Atlanta. So it is a different feel out there. It never got extremely humid though over North Georgia, and that's one of the things that we would look for in terms of bringing in some more unstable air. You can see that off to our west, and I want to adjust this. This is a graphic that I had made earlier. So this is about what we're looking at right now in terms of what the how the winds are. The winds are out of the south, out ahead of this front, and they are bringing in some more humid air, as you can see in Birmingham and Montgomery and Talladega. But our dew points are in the 50s in Atlanta, and that is not unstable air right now, really, that's over Atlanta. So it's not going to lead to big thunderstorms. That rain is still holding together. It is relatively light rain as it moves in from the west, and it'll be out of here before dawn tomorrow. So that is definitely good news for anybody who's going to be traveling early tomorrow morning on the roadways, or maybe have a flight out or something. Okay, so there's what it looks like at 9 o'clock. This is short-range computer modeling right here. And again, I think this is a little bit behind schedule because this has it getting the back edge of this getting into the metro area at around midnight. I think it's going to be sooner than that. So I think this is probably an hour or so off from what I'm estimating. So I think it's out of the picture by about 2 o'clock in the morning out of East Georgia, and then we're back to dry skies tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to have a different feel, definitely. It's going to be a cooler day than we've seen the last couple of days. Today's high was in the mid-70s, so was yesterday. Tomorrow we're looking at more likely low to mid-60s. There'll be a noticeable breeze out there, and the morning will be in the 50s. Some cool air comes pouring in the morning tomorrow. So our severe risk is very, very low for this evening. This is what the Storm Prediction Center has Metro Atlanta in an overall risk, 1 out of 5. No chance of a tornado with this system. No chance really of any hail. We're not finding any of that. And just a 5% risk of seeing wind damage within 25 miles of where you live. So that's a minimal risk. And I actually think based on what we've seen so far as this moved through Alabama, that risk is potentially even lower than what that's showing. Let's take a look at some of the wind gusts here that have just come in. All right, so it's gusting to 28 at Hartsfield-Jackson. Of course, Hartsfield-Jackson, so flat over there at the airport, and it does pick up some of the stronger wind gusts that we see in North Georgia, but 28 miles an hour, probably not strong enough to cause significant wind damage. If we get into that 35 mile per hour range, oftentimes we do have some tree branches or some trees or tree limbs that come down when the winds get that strong. So we'll see if this line of showers does kick up the wind just a little bit as it moves in from the west. So I want to go back to the bigger view here of this line, that at one point there was a severe thunderstorm a tornado watch. That has been dropped. Notice how it had a fair amount of lightning as it was moving east of Birmingham. Now it's losing that lightning as it gets near Gadsden and east of Gadsden in Alabama. And there's some pretty good downpours that are heading for Floyd County and Chattooga County, really two of the areas that don't need the rain as much as other spots in North Georgia. There are plenty of other spots in North Georgia, particularly as you get east of Atlanta, that could definitely use the rain. This is a look at the drought update. Notice how there are no drought conditions once you get over West Georgia, but Metro Atlanta, moderate drought and a big chunk of it, and then you get into a severe drought as you go farther off to the east and to the northeast. So we definitely need some rain. We have more chances for rain, though, at the end of the 7-day forecast. I want to show you what is coming our way. First, let's look at the temperature trend here. I mentioned that tomorrow is going to be a cooler day. It'll be in the mid-60s. Then it's near normal for us on Thursday and Friday. Looks like pretty nice weather overall, really a couple of beautiful days. Cool start on Thursday for sure. And then the weekend, the temperatures tend to trend a little bit cooler. If you have plans this weekend or if you're thinking about making plans, Saturday's definitely your better day. Friday, a few clouds start to drift in. Saturday is a cloudy or mostly cloudy day. You may sneak out a little more sunshine as you go north of Atlanta. And then on Sunday, you can see that rain spreading in. Rain, the way it looks right now, could be heavy at times Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. The good news is that we had a first alert initially for Sunday and for Halloween, but now it is just for Halloween. I mean, just for Sunday, rather. We've dropped it for Halloween. So it looks like this system will continue to move and will be moving out of our area, and we'll get into some drier weather. As you can see back here, this system will be moving from west to east, and it will be this drier air that you see to our west on Sunday afternoon. Will be moving in for Halloween. So right now, Halloween trick-or-treat forecast doesn't look half bad. I think temperatures will probably be in the 60s, maybe low to mid 60s after sunset, and that's after topping out somewhere in the upper 60s on Monday afternoon. So that's a look at your 7-day forecast right there. All right, somebody checking in on YouTube, asking if they can be wished a happy birthday on Sunday. I don't know, maybe you have to watch and find out. Ella and Jen don't work on Sundays, so maybe Alexandra will wish you a happy birthday on Sunday, but happy birthday to you on Sunday. One more look at the radar before we wrap this up. I need to start getting ready for our 9 o'clock newscast. So we're 9 o'clock tonight. We're on Peachtree TV and on Atlanta News First. You can watch on either one of those stations. And at 10 o'clock, we'll be on Peachtree TV. 11 o'clock, back on Atlanta News First. So there are not many hours during the day where you cannot get a first alert weather forecast from us. So we are filling up those days with newscasts, and that means that an updated weather forecast is almost always on TV whenever you want it. They go from 4:30 until 10 o'clock in the morning, and then from noon to 12:30, and then it's 3 to 6:30, and now 7 to 7:30, and 9 to 11:30. So plenty of options to watch us. But right now, steadiest rain north and west of Atlanta. This is all moving in. A few more hours for this to get out of here. So into the metro Atlanta area. West side now until about 11 or midnight, heart of the metro, so say inside the perimeter and up through the northern suburbs, Alpharetta, Roswell area, Dunwoody, Chamblee area, DeKalb County, down into Clayton County. You're probably in the 10 o'clock to midnight time frame, maybe a little bit later than that. And then once you get east of Atlanta, well east of Atlanta, out into eastern Gwinnett County and out toward Athens and Eatonton and Covington, that area, probably between about midnight and 2 or 3 a.m. for this rain to come through. Again, not expecting any severe storms, a few downpours, not expecting a lot of rain from this. Probably most areas are going to pick up somewhere between 1/10 of an inch, which is not very much rain, and maybe 1/2 an inch in some of those heavier downpours that are moving through northwest Georgia. Later on this week, on Sunday, we do have a better chance of picking up some heavier rain. So maybe by early Monday, when that system hopefully will be moving out, we will have picked up over the course of the week about 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain, which would be much needed and beneficial. All right, so have a great rest of your evening. And again, don't forget, we're on from 9 until 11:30 on Peachtree TV and Atlanta News First.